Good morning, student. I once again welcome you in this virtual platforms. Today we are going to see another new poem, and the name of that poem is "To India, My Native Land." It is written by Henry Louis Vivian Derozio. Now, first of all, see some basic information about this author. What was his specialty? Henry Louis Vivian Derozio was born in Calcutta and belonged to the Anglo-Indian community. So he was born in Calcutta, that means in India. Look at his lifespan. He was born in 1809 and died in 1831. That means how little lifespan he got in his life. And even this in little lifespan, he did a number of things. That's why he is remembered even today. Near about 22 years he got, and even in this 22 years he did so many things. That's why we as Indian remember him. One another things we notice that he was born when we were ruling under the British governments. At that time he born and died. Let's see further. He is Anglo-Indian community, belong to Anglo-Indian community. He studies at Dhurumon Tolaha Academy, founded by the David Dhurumon, by whom he was greatly influenced. At the age of 17, he joined the Hindu college as a teacher. Look, even at the age of 17, he was a teacher. What a great scholar he was. He was known as a fairy teacher and poet. Derojio inspired a group of young peoples with the spirit of Renaissance, who pioneered the Renaissance movements in Bengal. So, when he was a work, when he was working as a teacher, even at the age of 17, he inspired a number of young persons, and that young persons brought the Renaissance spirit in Bengal. Renaissance, this words, uh, if you are the student of from literary backgrounds, you will know the meaning of Renaissance. But if you are not from the literary backgrounds, then Renaissance means a revival of some things. To in other words, it is said that it's a rebirth, the revivals, revival of values, revival of old systems, or any other kind of things. That means called the revivals, Renaissance. Okay. He possessed a sense of patriotism for Bengal. That means he was patriotic persons. Patriotic means who devote for his country or his state. That means in Marathi, Deshbhakta jala म्हणतो आपण. He was a radical thinker and one of the first Indian educators to disseminate the Western learning and science among the students in Bengal. So, beside being a patriotic, he was a radical thinker. He knows that Western thinking, Western philosophy is also essential for the student of Bengal. That's why he promote the Western thinking, Western philosophy, and try to teach them to his students. His teaching and progressive view on issues such as women emancipations and widow remarriage were looked down upon by the conservative Hindu who manage Hindu college. Look, even at the age of 17 or 18, and when we were under the British government, he was thinking about the women's emancipations. That means he was thinking woman from the he was thinking woman to free from the four wall. Now women are free, but at that time the women were not free. They were compelled to live under the they were compelled to live in the four wall. They were not allowed to go out of the four walls. The only motto the main society was decided for women to have child and to cook. That was the main motto. But even at that times, this author Derozio worked for the woman emancipations and widow remarriage. At that times, there no at that time no one considers widow remarriage, but this man was considering widow remarriage. How modern thinking he was possessing even at that times. But due to this, he was expelled from his service. He was dismissed from his service because he was working in the Hindu college, and that college was managed by conservative Hindu persons who didn't like his opinions. That's why he was dismissed from his service. Deroger, however, kept up his struggle against Hindu Orthodox. He died of cholera at the age of 22. So even he get dismissed, even he got dismissed from service, he didn't stop from working, and he spread his opinion against the Hindu orthodoxy, and he died of cholera at the age of 22. Look how the little age he had. Now this poem is written in the form of an address and tribute to the poet's motherland, that is India. It depicts the great sense of loss and despair he feels on seeing the present state of his country. So this poem is written as a form of address, just as we are addressing, just as we address someone, to our relative, to our students. We try to say something, we try to regret, we try to express our regret, whatever your opinions, whatever your things. The same way it has been written as an address to its native land, that is his country. It expresses its loss and despairs. What kind of wealth we had before the British government's arrival in our country, and how we are living now after the arrival of British government. This poem was written during the British rule in India, and the poet presents pictures of the great downfall and ruin that his native land suffered at this time. So, just as earlier I said that he was born in British government when we were suffering under the British government. So this poem naturally was written when British government were ruling the India. It presents the downfalls of our native lands after the arrival of British government. He recounts the past glories of his country and mourn the fact that he has now been reduced to growling in dust. In these poems, he renounced the past glory of India and its present condition also. And in present, it's growling in the dust. It has lost its past glory. Now it comes down to the dust in growling under. The poet also speak of making an attempt to bring to light the great history of his country and the present generations. And in return, he only asks for the love and respect of his countrymen. So let's see this poem. My country, in thy day of glory past, a beauteous halo circles around thy brow and whisper as a deity thou wast. Where is that glory? Where that reverence now? In this four line, the author says, my country, that means India. In thy day of glory past, a beauteous halo circles around thy brow. Beauteous halo circle, that means indirectly he want to say that my country, that means India, when you were glorious before the arrival of British governments, you were glorious. A beauteous halo, a circle of beauty were around thy brow. You were beautiful country before the British arrivals. In your past, a beauteous halo circles around thy bow. A halo circles means you might have seen some god or goddess, and behind the head of god and goddess there is a circle, which indicates its glow, it indicates its powers, or whatever kind of things it indicates. It's the similar kind of glow, halo circles or beautiful halo circles around our native land, that means the country. And worship as a deity thou vast. Where is that glory? Where that reverence now? And you were worship. Worship means puja karne, archana. Puja karne. And you were worship as a deity. Deity means the goddess. You were worship as a goddess. And everywhere you were worshipping. But where is that glory? Where that reverence now? But now where is that glory? And where is that reverence? And where is that respect? Where is that beauteous halo glow? It has been lost. Now the poet asks, where that glory and where that reverence? The eagle opinion is chained down at last. Sorry, the eagle pinion is chained down at last, and growling in the lowly dust art thou. Thy minstrel hath no breath to view for thee, save the sad story of the misery. Well, let me dive into the depth of time and bring from out the age that have rolled a few small fragments of those wrecks sublime which human's eyes may never more behold, and let the good dawns of my labor be my fallen country, one kind wish from thee. This is the small poem, and let's see what he says further. The eagle pinion is chained down at last, and growling in the lowly dust art thou. So, eagle pinion. Pinion means the outer part of bird's wing. So earlier, India was considered as eagle, who took uh, high flight in the years, and who was virtuous, who had the power like the eagles, who could fly high. But now its pinions has is chained down, but the bird, the wing of that bird has been chained down now. जसं म्हटलं जाते ना की भारत हा ईगल प्रमाणे झेप घेऊ शकत होता, आता त्याचे पंख कापलेले आहेत. कशामुळे पंख कापलेले आहे? की ब्रिटिश गव्हर्नमेंट इथे आल्यामुळे ब्रिटिश गव्हर्नमेंटनी भारताचे ते पंख ते कापलेले आहेत. The eagle pinion is chained down at last, and growling in the lowly dust art thou. Now the wings has been chained down, and now the eagle is growling in the lowly dust art thou. So there is no flight, there is no high leap, and now India as an eagle cannot fly high. Its wing has been clipped down, its wing has been chained down, and now it's growling in the dust. It now comes down in the dust in on the grounds, and we're mourning for that. Thy minstrel had no wreath to view for thee. Save the sad story of thy misery. Thy minstrel. Thy minstrels? Here, the minstrel stands for the author. He says that I am your minstrel. Minstrel means a person who sings a song from door to door. So, author says, I am your minstrels, and I don't have any kind of wreath to offer, any kind of garland to offer you. But I have one thing, and that is I can sing a sad story of thy misery. I have voice, I can sing a song. So I will not offer you garland, but I will certainly sing the song of your past glory, your past things, and the present conditions. Well, let me dive into the depth of time and bring from out the age that have rolled a few small fragments of those wreck sublime. Now, he says, let me dive in the past deep. Let me think about the past. Let me ponder about the past. Ponder over the past. And bring some germs, uh, bring some good thing from the past and bring some small fragments or small things which signify your glory and let me sing that thing which human eyes may never more behold, and let the guerdon of my labor be, my fallen country, one kind wish from thee, and let me sing your past glory. And let me sing your past glory so that the future generation should know you about the future generation know that what the glorious you were in the past, and this will be my reward, and this will the reward of my labor, whatever the things I am want to sing, so whatever the things I am going to spread toward this next generations, and this will be my best rewards. Here your poem stop.